Tanchjim Kara. Finally, we gotten this Tanchjim Kara, an IEM that been teasing for almost a year now. A lot of you are excited about it, and the Tanchjim fanboy like me, I've been waiting for this for so long. So finally, I got this here, and we have other IEM as well, such as the Yanyin Canon 2, and we have the cult favorite, the Xenn Tea2, and the Moondrop Blessing 2, and one more hidden gem that I will mention later. So let's get started. So hello guys, it's Jordan from Jordan Orchid Review. Before we start the video, please subscribe and like the content later if you find it useful to you. I'll be uploading contents every week, every weekends, and hopefully can give you all some likes on some new releases. So now let's talk about the Tanchjim Kara. How does it sound? So first of all, it's selling at around 180 or 190 US dollar. I'm not very sure because it's not selling yet on any of the major online website, but then guessing the price should be around this range, and it's a 1DD 4BA IEM. I think for the configuration is quite reasonably priced. So how about the sound? Sound here I would say is Harman. Okay, Harman. If you guys are familiar with Tanchjim IEM, their tuning, usually they go with slightly close to the Harman target, but this, although it's close to the Harman target, this has more mid bass. Okay, had more mid bass. I would say overall tonality is that this is quite bassy. Yeah, this is one of the most bassy IEM. I mean, in terms of quantity, it has the most amount of bass compared to like the Xenn Tea2 Blessing 3 or the Canon 2. So I would say this is quite bassy. It's quite thick sounding. So male vocal come across very, I would say, thick sounding. Okay, very large, and it also gives you the signature Tanchjim vocal presentation, which is they give you a lot of energy where it won't have any sibilance, I would say. But this IEM have one caveat that I want to cover about, is that it has a little bit of BA timbre. Not a little bit, actually quite a lot of BA timbre, and the detail retrieval on this is not great. Okay, it's not great. But looking at the price point, 180, I think most of you wouldn't mind. So this is a very good IEM. I would say most of you, okay, who don't own a hybrid yet, okay, looking at where you are coming from, okay, if you are purchasing IEM which is sub $100, okay, this would be a step up. Yeah, because to let you taste what is a harmony tuned IEM, which is done very good, except the BA timbre, and it's quite fun to listen to. Okay, it can handle a lot of genre because you have that vocal energy. It's not too shouty. Okay, those people that are sensitive to treble, you might might have a little bit issue with the I would say upper mid range. Okay, so it has that because of that BA timbre, that metallic feeling to it. So be aware. Okay, be aware. But most of you shouldn't have any issue because the energy in the upper mid range or in the treble is compensated by the amount of bass. So overall, how I rank this? I will rank this okay. Yeah, okay. So next, I would say let's go to the Yanyin Canon 2, okay, an IEM that I am very fond of. Okay, so first of all, Yanyin, if you are not aware, there are company that come up with Canon, okay, and most I would say best IEM from the lineup would be the Mahina, which is the HBB collaboration with the original version was the Moonlight. So Mahina is one of my favorite, my daily driver. So Canon was also one of my favorite. Okay, I've been begging my friend, you know who you are. I've been begging my friend to sell it to me, and he is a very persistent fella. So I've been begging him for almost half a year now, but still he like his Canon OG very much. It's an IEM that have 3 switches, and the settings, if you put it to 011, means that you turn off the bass, turn on the mids and treble. Is a fabulous IEM. So this time around, they come up with the Canon 2. So instead of begging someone, so I just get one myself. Like Thanos say, I do it myself. So this Canon 2 is, I would say, one of my favorite. Really, okay, this is the most expensive out of the bunch. Okay, even looking at the configuration, this is, I would say, only 1DD and 4BA. This is quite expensive. This is pricing at $379, $30 more from the OG, and this has one switch lesser. Okay, the OG have 3 switches, this has 2, but I would say, is it worth it? Okay, yeah, it is a little bit pricey, but it is good, very good. Okay, the switches on here don't do like normal other switches do, because some or most of the switches out there, if you turn on the bass switch, then you have more bass. Turn on the upper mid range, then you get more upper mid range. But this, I would say, after measurements, after measurement, I would say it is most of the switches configuration, be it up down, up down, up down down up. Okay, most of it just, I would say, just affect the bass based on the measurements, and the one that I prefer most, surprisingly, is up. Okay, both switches tune up. Okay, so the bass here, quantity, quantity will not disappoint you. Quantity is there, but quality wise, although it gives you very good rumble and punches, but it's not too snappy. Okay, I prefer something to be a little bit more snappy, faster. Looking at this point, $379. Okay, but what it excels in is the mid-range and the treble. This has the best treble out of the bunch. Okay, this is the best treble. So I somehow understand why they are removing the third switch. Okay, from the OG. The third switch on the OG is for you to refine, to turn up the treble. So this don't need that. Okay, this don't need the third switch. So the treble on this is very well, I would say, executed, very well extended. So you won't feel any semblance of sharpness from this at all. None. Okay, the Kara, yes, a little bit. This, no, totally no sharpness at all. And the vocal, because of how it's not super forward, okay, like the Mahina do or like the Moonlight do, but the vocal, because it's so well separated, okay, from the bass, okay, it's so well separated from the bass, and it has quite a lot of detail as well. So I would say it sounds very good. Female vocal on this have enough energy. Okay, enough energy. Is sparkle, is a set that I adore very much. If money is not an object, this is a very good step up. Okay, but for you guys who are holding the OG Canon OG, I know a lot of you like the old Canon OG, I think you guys can stick with that. Okay, because I don't think the $30 price hike justify. Okay, the OG still is a very good IM with the tuning 011. I think you guys will be happy about it. Okay, the changes are not too drastic. Okay, but then this is still a very good IM. So put this aside, let's talk about something. Okay, I just think that I need to do this some justice. Okay, because this is one of my favorite IM as well, because I need to just talk about it a little bit. But most of you have already listened to a lot of reviewers talking about this. This is the Xenn T2. This is 1DD and 6BA. One of the, I would say, most worth it, because looking at the configuration, 6BA, okay, it priced at around $349, and wait for I would say discount and sales. Like for example, the one 618 is going on. You guys might get promotion for this, because I often find promotion for this T2. I got it quite in discounted price. Okay, because look when sales happening. T2, yeah, how does it sound? It has good bass, very clean. One of the cleanest vocal out there, and very relaxing listening experience. Just that this is a little bit dark in the treble area, one of the darkest sounding compared to the rest in the treble region. But don't get me wrong, this is not a very dark set. It's not the Dark Vader set. This is tuned good, very good. Put it on. You can listen for this for 2 hours straight, no problem. So a sound that we just get, it's just very addicting to listen to, and because of how balanced it is, okay, you have good bass, you have good vocal presentation, it's sparkle quite nicely, and detail wise, although not too detailed, if you want the detailed version of this, you will have the Xenn top, okay, which is around 1 dB and 7 BA or 8 BA. Yeah, so that one is another story, but that one as well, I like it very much, but some of you might find that to be a bit shouty. This is a safer version, okay? You won't go wrong, okay? If you are choosing a hybrid, okay, you're choosing among all these, yeah, not sure which one to go to, take this. This is the safest bet, okay, and not too expensive when sales is going on. These often have sales. So next, let's go to something else. Moondrop Blessing 3. So a lot of people already done a review on this when it first released, but I was in Europe when this released, so I never gotten a chance to get this. So the Blessing 3, how do it perform? I would say this is my least favorite out of the bunch. Seriously, yeah, I think a lot of you will bash me in the comments down below, but I really don't find it too enjoyable myself, yeah, compared to the rest of them. So I would prefer the rest of them more than this, and this will be gone so soon. Yeah, so after this review, yes, I will post it and then I will be selling this. So sorry, because why? This is, I would say, a bit bright, okay, leaning to the bright side, and the biggest issue is that this don't have a lot of bass, okay, don't have a lot of bass, and I would say it has the usual Moondrop issue, which this has a little bit of a thinness issue in the vocal, okay, so I just need a little bit of meat, okay, I prefer a little bit of meat on this Blessing 3, and although it has the best detailed retrieval compared to the rest of them, but it's a little bit bright, okay, it's a little bit bright. Some of you might not be able to take it, but if you ever own a Moondrop IM before, then you should roughly know, because this is a house sound, you should roughly know the energy that this has, okay, not that it's super sibilant, but it has energy, okay, because it don't have that bass to compensate the energy that this give in the upper mid-range and the treble. So that's why I find it a little bit thin and a little bit sharp sometimes, so it's not very suitable for J-pop, okay, and then definitely not something for bassy song, EDM, hip-hop, definitely no, because the bass in here is a little bit lacking. Just, I felt that it wasted the potential of 2DD, yeah. And in order to, I would say, improve this, okay, I haven't tried this yet, but I don't really wanted to. You can maybe try some impedance adapter, 10 ohm or 25 ohm, that can bump up the mid bass. If this have a little bit more mid bass, a little bit more mid, this should be fine, okay. For you, those of you out there who already purchased this, if you want a slightly more better experience with this, maybe, okay, maybe depends on your preference, you can try to EQ it, bump up the mid bass a little bit, then you might find it a little bit more enjoyable, I think. Yeah, so another thing, another issue with this set was it graphed differently between sets, okay, there is a variant. So this is very popular in Singapore, so a lot of people out there have Moondrop IM, so while commuting you can easily find Moondrop IM out there. But so this gives me a chance to graph it, okay, with different sets from friends, and I realized that some sets are graphed differently in the bass region, okay. Mine one got lucky, okay, mine is, I would say, have the most amounts of sub bass, okay, and some I would think that their sub bass is 2 to 3 dB lower, so I'm surprised, okay, I'm surprised. Moondrop, okay, it's a big company, so yeah, you guys might be bashing me again in the comments below, but yeah, this is what I find out. But you guys go ahead and check it out from other reviewers, I think you can find a lot of variants in other people's graph from Squidling. So some may have bass, some may not. So I think it's a jackpot thing. So mine got lucky, I have sub bass. Mid bass still a bit lacking, but at least I got the sub bass. So never mind, sell it. Okay, so next, let's go to one of the gem, okay, that I've been teasing you all with, an IM that I would rank quite highly, that not a lot of people know about this. This been around for a while now, but they have revised their configuration. This is Audio Lokahi. Yeah, I think you all might have already heard it before. Last year or last 2 years, okay, it's been around for quite a while now, from Linso. It's a guy, okay, a maker from that actually solo this IM. He made it himself, okay, it's a one-man show thing. And this previously it was 7BA. Yeah, 7BA at that time. Not a lot of hype going on this IM, just that the name is very special. But now it is 1BA, 1DD again, yeah, 1DD and 6BA, and this is the cheapest out of the bunch, sort of, yeah, except the Kara. So this is selling at 239. Often go on sales as well. Check it out, okay, check it out. I would say the bass on here, it has bass, okay, it's a DD bass. Yeah, the bass here is not the most bassy one out there, but it's the smoothest bass, okay, the most comfortable bass to listen to. Remember just now I talked about a nitpick about the bass on the Canon 2. Yeah, that is a bass that I felt that it's a waste, okay, it's a waste, because everything else was done so perfectly, but just the bass, I just hope that it's a little bit more snappy, faster. Yeah, so this don't have that issue. This is the bass that I enjoy a lot. The bass on here is very smooth, very, I would say, musical to listen to, and it has the vocal. The vocal, I would think that this is one of the most forward vocal sounding compared to the bunch, and I would say is overall the whole presentation is very musical. Yeah, it's had good enough of bass, you have forward vocal, treble, everything is alright. Not too bad, okay, it's not as detailed retrieval as the Moondrop Blessing tree, but everything is comfortable to listen to and musical, okay. It's just felt to me, if, okay, all this lying around there, okay, this might be the IM that I would pick up a lot, okay, a lot, yeah, because just find it to be very, very musical. I think that the tuning on this, graph wise, okay, looking at the graph, this don't have the most prettiest graph out there, okay. The Canon 2 has the prettiest graph, okay. The measurements look fantastic on the Canon 2, but you all won't be able to know the quality of the bass until you try it. But this don't graph very nicely. You see a lot of dips and peaks in the upper mid range, but you don't really feel it even while you are listening to it. It's just very addictive to listen to. I just find that an IM that not a lot of people are knowing about it, and not a lot of people are talking about it because it's quite a bit updated, but a lot of you don't also know that this is 1DD and 6BA IM. They just, I don't know when they revise it, but it's a very, very good hybrid that you all should at least try it out. Yeah, because looking at the price, it's cheaper than most of them, okay, cheaper than most of them. It has 6BA. Yeah, so very good IM to try out too. So this is the Lokahi. Okay, so I leave the link down below. It's not affiliated, so check it out from Linso. Not getting any money. These are old releases, okay. Even Linso themselves haven't updated their post yet on the Lokahi. They're still showing you 7BA. You guys can check it out with them whether if you buy it, will you get the 7BA one or the hybrid one. So now the video been quite long now. If you are still here, why haven't you liked the content? Just kidding. Please like the content, and we do some very, very quick ranking, okay, in different aspects. So let's go with bass. Okay, bass wise, which one would I pick? Okay, bass, I would say if I were to choose, okay, this don't have the most amount of bass, but bass I will give it to the Lokahi. Yeah, bass I will give it to Lokahi. Next, I will give it to the Kara. Very bassy to me. Yeah, it's quite bassy, quite thick sounding. Okay, so very fun to listen to, so I will pick the Kara second. Then third would be the Tea2. Tea2 bass is good. Okay, it's good. It is a very better than average. Okay, it's just something that you can't nitpick anything from the bass. Okay, so therefore it's a good bass. Yeah. So after that is a waste of potential. Canon 2, it have the quantity, but just wish is a little bit more refined. If you guys have swap up the cables, if you are cable believer, then if you find out a better cable that can do magic on this, the bass on this, let me know, please. I would really love to know that. And last but not least, bass here, does it even exist here? No. So bass, yeah, I will rank it last. Okay, I will rank it last. In fact, I wouldn't even include it in the list. So next, let's go to mid-range. Mid-range, a very difficult choice to make. Okay, mid-range, I would pick the Canon 2. Mid-range as in mid-range and upper mid-range, I will pick the Canon 2. Then next, again, I will pick the Lokahi. Yeah, I'm hyping this a lot. You guys must be suspecting whether there's any scheme behind. So Lokahi, yeah, mid-range, I will pick this second. Third, again, the Tea2, because it's very nice sounding, very clean sounding. Then the Kara, but with the caveats of it having a little bit of BA timbre, and lastly the slight brightness from the Moondrop Blessing tree. Okay, then next, treble. Treble is no contender here. This has the best treble among the rest of them. Very good extension on this. All right, and this, I would say, it's not that bad. Okay, it is not that bad, just not to my preference. The detail retrieval on this, very good. Yeah, and staging, everything just better than the rest of them. Just that mid bass, please, mid bass. I think this is what you guys can expect from the dust tree Blessing tree dust. Okay, hopefully Clinical can do some magic on this. Okay, because it's such a waste. It's quite nice looking, and 2DD, man, 2DD. What is this? Okay, and you're not even in the bass list. Okay, rank list. Okay, so if I would say tonality. Okay, lastly the tone wise, I would say I would give it to, it's quite hard to pick. Okay, tone wise, maybe the Tea2 tune the best to me. Okay, for me, nothing to nitpick. Okay, I hope all the IEM is tuned this way, so add a little bit of treble, but tonality wise, I'll pick this. Okay, then next, let's go to the Lokahi. Again, yeah, very biased, so Lokahi again, and Canon. Okay, with both switches on. Yeah, very fun sounding. So the Canon 2. Then lastly, Kara. Kara, I think should be in the list just now, but maybe somewhere around with the Canon. Okay, it's very fun sounding, so together on par with the Canon. And lastly, the bright sounding bright Moondrop Blessing tree. Yeah, not something that I would prefer, so yeah, that would be the last. So overall, in conclusion, yeah, all of them are pretty good. I think the Blessing tree, so sorry that I've been giving it a lot of negative impression, but I believe that the Blessing tree dust will be a lot more better. Okay, after some of the weakness it being rectified, it might, okay, surpass every one of them, because it has the most detail retrieval, and it sounded quite nice, looked quite nice, and then the design is good also. Just rescue the bass, done, end of story. It can be on the list, okay, high up. So that's all for the video today. So just like and subscribe, and I will come out with another video soon. See you all. Bye bye.